Should make your testimony right, that's for sure. But I just want to share a couple little stories that happened to me at camp before we start this skit, just to give you like a little brief history of what kind of happened to me during camp. So when we first got there, I of course got the cab on all the littler kids in there, and I had a couple older kids in there with me. But after they realized that it's not cool to be with younger kids, they just kind of like, shit, let's get the heck out of here, and they left me in there. So I'm in this room with like 6 little kids. So what's the best way to get the little kids to go to bed, take a shower, and just be lights out when you get in there? You give them rewards, right? So our Candy, as the kid was up here saying it quietly, because he was one of the kids. But anyway, so this one particular night, Aaron, the little kid who went with his camp with us, he said, hey Will, can we stay up later tonight? And I was like, you know what, kid? Aaron? I was like, if Miss Carolyn says you can stay up later, then you can. Well, he did, and like it was like instant. Like, he just went out the door and came right back. I don't even know if we asked Miss Carolyn, to be honest with you. I don't think he did. But he was like, Miss Carolyn said we stay up till 11:30. I said, all right, you stay up till 11:30. About 12:15, y'all all better be in the bed with showers, lights out when I walk in. So 12:15 rolls around, I walk in, they're all there laying in bed. Except for Isaiah, but he was talking to Tyler, of course. I always say that too. Anyways, but he was talking to Tyler. But anyway, they laid down right to bed. I was so proud of him. I was like, you know what? In the morning, I'm gonna give Aaron this pack of Hubba Bubba that I had because he did such a good job of getting everybody in bed. So the next morning, I wake up, I go take my shower, I get out, everybody's still asleep. I'm like, wake up, wake up. Everybody's like rustling around. So I take the pack of Hubba Bubba and I throw it. That thing sounded like a missile to me in my head. It was like, and I was like, oh, that didn't sound good. That did not sound good. Next thing I know, I hear, and I was like, Aaron, stop crying. It ain't that bad. He was like, Will, you hit me in my nose. I was like, stop being such a pansy over there. So I walk around the corner, I look at him, he's sitting there like this. And he's like, I'm like, Aaron, it's not that bad. And he had a puddle of blood in his hands. It was all over the bed, and I was like, oh my gosh, Aaron, go to the sink. He's like, I was like, just to the sink, son, to the sink. Well, after we got all that cleaned up and, the week got to start rolling again, my buddy Parker, he's walking to the sanctuary with Brandon, Jacob's little brother. And if you don't know Brandon, one day he's going to be a comedian. He has the driest humor I've ever heard in my life. He can tell a joke that's so funny, but then just be like, I don't even think he gets his own jokes sometimes. But anyways, he was walking there to the sanctuary and he had this little floppy sword. And Parker's like, hey man, if you go save me a stick, I'll fix it for you. So Brandon's like, Parker, you want me to lead a stick to Jesus? Parker's like, what? Wait, what? You said to save a stick. Brandon. Anyways, time rolls on. It comes around Thursday night and I meet this new person that I've never met before. She was about 108 to 110 years old. And I was like, hey there, lady. And they started calling her Granny. I was like, Granny? I was like, you're real old. You must have a lot of good stories to tell. And she started telling me this story. But, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to let her and her family tell the story.
Listen to the story about a man named Jerry, who was not near where he kept his family safe. And one day he was sleeping nice and good, and he left over down from a boat. Oh, that is black gold. That's his team. Well, the first thing you know, old gentleman there, the big folks said, Jack, move away from there. He said, California is a place you ought to be, so the niggas got the best in the most of the league.
Which
that back in the day, I think the old stuff.
Yeah, y'all sit around now. Sit around. Jethro, face this way, buddy. There, almost. Oh, don't get that. There. Oh,
My overalls are sticking to the ground, Granny.
there we go. Good job, Jethro. That's a good point.
I am.
You're a good boy. Good
Hey,
job.
Granny, you wearing your waist rider things again? Keep your waist up in.
There, that's what it's for. Now. So y'all want to hear a story?
I sure do, Granny.
All right, now. So see, way back a long time ago.
Well, I sure do love Granny's story.
All right, Jethro. Here we go. So I was at this camp called Camp Remake. You see. And now the Holy Spirit was moving in that camp, praise Jesus, Lord. Now when the Spirit moves, the pine cone fairy comes and he visits.
I love pine cones, Ellie Mae. They're my favorites.
Now I tell you what, them pine cone fairies, they were dressed in their camo, searching all through the woods trying to find the pine cones, and they place them all around the camp. I tell you what, campers don't like that too much. They get a little upset. But anyway, so then there was this evil skunk that was coming to attack the pine cone fairies. And I tell you what, them pine cone fairies sure was lucky because they had these little bags of corn, I think they call them corn bags, and this milk crate, and they protected themselves with it, thank goodness.
Granny, that was those country kittens I found this morning.
You have a country kitten?
Yeah, it's over here.
Run, Jethro, run!
Why are you running, Granny?
It's smelling.
Oh my God, this is so...
Hey, Mr. Drysdale, if I ever get enough money, I'll get me one of them concrete ponds out back for the kids.
You know, Jed, in Beverly Hills, they're called swimming pools.
Well, if I ever get enough money.
Is Amy, you guys got enough money?
Sure did, Jed.
Hey, Uncle Jed.
Ah, Jethro, you stink.
Push me. Well, you know, me and Ellie Mae, we just upstairs playing with her country kitten.
I told them not to bring that skunk up in here.
But Uncle Jed, it was so cute and cuddly. It might stunk a little bit, but it sure was pretty.
Why'd you have about the skunk? Why'd you have about everything?
Well, Mr. Drysdale, I gotta tell you something. I got Jesus living in my heart.
Who's this Jesus you're talking about?
Hey, Uncle Jed, I got the best idea in the world.
It takes them a minute to think.
That Pastor Bean up there at the church, we can take him up there and let Preacher Bean share the Jesus with him.
That'd be a great idea.
Call him up.
All right. Be a long distance call. Yeah. All right. All right. Bye.
What do you say, Uncle Jed?
Hey, Seven, come on right now. Go
Oh,
get the car.
shoot.
Go get
Oh,
the car.
shoot. She's gonna let me drive. It took me 4 times to pass the driver's test and I almost did. Look, Uncle Jed, I got the car.
Not that car.
Oh.
I got the real car.
Hey, let's just go get in the car.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Hey, y'all hold on back there.
He likes to drive fast.
You check the cables on this thing?
Did you?
Hey, Uncle Jed, you been working on this?
Yeah.
Here we go, hold on now! Hey, y'all okay back there? You okay?
Good?
No. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's go to church, y'all. Let's go to church. Don't you try to sit down back here. You ain't no back row Baptist. Come here in the front.
Oh. Hey, Mr. Drysdale, this is Pastor Bean.
You can just call him
Mr.
Brother
Drysdale.
Please open your Bibles to Titus 2:14. He gave his life to free us from every kind of sin, to cleanse us, and to make us his very own people, totally committed to doing good deeds. Bless you. Now this here dark bottle represents sin and your old self.
Amazing grace
Hey, hold on, I ain't done yet.
Shut up.
This here bottle that's just about free of moonshine represents your brand new self and your life with Jesus.
What do you mean about yourself?